Sarnage.
Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner. I'm Lynx and today we're carrying on where we left off in the last video. We have our little scout here set up at the top of the hill. We've just grabbed an upgrade and we're going to head down the hill now and we're going to grab this watchtower over here and we're going to grab a couple more watchtowers on our way back towards the garage. Once we're there, hopefully we'll have leveled up again. Might do, might not. We'll see how it goes. But we're going to see if we've got any more upgrades for our trucks that we can access. Then we're going to crack on with some more tasks. And I think what I might do is I might start heading up this road here because we've got a little task here, fallen power lines. So I think we might start tackling some of that. And I know there's a bridge up here as well that we need to repair. So, you know, we'll see what we can see, what else we can do here on the Michelin map. We've also got these 3 watchtowers over here to discover. They're a little bit trickier to get to, but not impossible. If we can get some more upgrades on our scout trucks, I think we might tackle those as well. We'll just see what we get done. Alright, so let's start up our little scout truck and we're going to head off. So I think I might put a few waypoints down along this route. I'm not entirely... I've not used this particular road a lot because... Oh, smacked our engine there. It's a very bouncy route, this, that's for sure. I've not used this particular road a lot, so I can't remember all of the turning points off the top of my head. But we'll see how we go. Oh, there's another. Oh, no, 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 no. So, all praise the clutch winch. That was very close. We nearly rolled this bad boy right over there. So yeah, that's a problem early on. Sometimes you can just hit a rock and it'll just send you spiraling out of control. But my quick winch foo was strong with me today. Right, I think we have to go this way. I'm just going to put the handbrake on there and have a quick look. Yes, we do. We need to go this way up to this next watchtower. So, hopefully we don't flip it again, or almost flip it. I'd rather not have to recover at this point. We are a long way from the garage, and also a long way from any of our other trucks if we wanted to. There you go again. You see, you see that front wheel sliding off into oblivion. You know, you just stop and you apply that handbrake and see if there's any winch points to save your silly ass. Right. There's the next watchtower. And there's the bridge we fixed in the background. So this watchtower is a bit useless. There's not really anything that it picks up. It just kind of reveals that corner of the map. We have already driven through this section quite a few times. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head down the hill and over the road, and we're going to head to this watchtower here and see what that one reveals, because there's a few more kind of useful things that it picks up on that this one just plainly doesn't, you see. Hopefully we also have enough fuel to do all of this stuff that we want to do, because as you can see, our fuel, we're now down to 46 litres out of 72, so we are starting to use our fuel supply a little bit, but you know, we're not down to half a tank yet, so we're still doing okay for the time being. Whoa! And again, saved ourselves with a winch. Some of these routes are really nasty early on. And I strongly advise against taking some of them quite as quickly as I am. Take your time, guys, really. If you get this game, if you play this game yourself, take your time, because rushing will only cause you more headaches. For example, if I'd flipped there, I would have had to either recover to the garage, or I would have had to bring another truck out in order to flip my little scout back over. Thankfully, I didn't have to do either of them. But now that we're on a little highway road, I'm just going to turn off all-wheel drive, because having things like all-wheel drive, diff lock, low gear, all that kind of stuff, it all increases your fuel usage, and that's not good. Actually, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little detour dead quickly up this left-hand path here, and we're just going to go and investigate that power lines task that was on the map. See what we actually need to bring over here. So there's power lines. So fallen power lines. So we need a metal beam and 2 concrete blocks. So I actually need quite a lot of material to fix this little this fallen power line here. So we'll have to pick that up with the Fleet Star and bring it over at a later date. But for now, I didn't want to do that. For now, we're going to head back down the road and grab that next watchtower. And hopefully from there we can get around to the last watchtower that I want to explore at this point, and then we'll see what's next. Is it this turning I need to take, or is it the next one? I think I'm going to go for this one here, because that's a shorter distance to cover than going all the way around. Well, that... I don't know. What do you think, guys? Let's go this way. Tally-ho! Fortune favours the brave, huh? Let's see what this path has to offer. So far, a lot of mud. Oh, that'd help. Turn the all-wheel drive back on. That'll help get us through this quagmire of mud. So, carry on in this direction. Come on, little truck. Come on. There There's a good little truck. Yeah, there we go. Right, there's the watchtower, and there's a load of mud. So I'm just going to stick off to the side of this a little bit. Don't want to go straight through the middle of all of that. I'm going to cross over to this little bit of harder ground here, and then swing her around. Oh, come on. Come on now. Come on. Just a little bit further. Boom. There we go. Right. Just going to stop the engine and have a look at what we got here. So, this one's given us a much better view of this bottom section of the map here. We've got a drowned highway truck here to rescue. I think we have to drop that off at the farm, but it is a really difficult swamp. That is nasty. We've got a couple of trailers here as well. A little fuel trailer there, and a ramped flatbed there with, I believe that's concrete blocks. So that's very useful for doing fallen power lines there, because we need some concrete blocks there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to probably drive back up this road to the main road, go across here, grab this task, drive up to this watchtower, and then probably just recover the truck straight back to the garage here. So I think that's the plan for now. Oh, come on, little truck, don't dig yourself in. Oh, this is very boggy here, so we've got to be very careful how we tackle this little bit. At least there are quite a lot of trees around here that we can use to pull ourselves out with if we need to. Oh, come on now, a little bit further. You see, this little scout truck is a very capable little machine. Just gonna winch myself forward there a little bit. We should have no problem getting this last watchtower explored, as we've only just about hit. We're just under half a tank of fuel now, so we should be able to get up to that spot without too much of a problem. So long as we don't get stuck in this pond here. Come on, there we go. And there's the main road, so let's head on down. Head on down this road. To our next destination. If I wanted to here, I could probably refuel at... Ooh, there's a task there. We need to grab that. And I think this is the one we need for when we go up to the watchtower as well. So, yes, the place beyond the spruces. So, we're actually going to start tracking that particular one. So there we go. I'm going to start tracking that because we've got to go up here now. And we might as well grab the watchtower and do this task whilst we're there. And if we're lucky, no, it probably won't level us up, but we're a bit too far away from experience points there for a level up from this. But it will get us a little bit closer, and you never know. Stranger things have happened at sea. So, just looking for a little path on the right here to go up. I think we're just coming up to it now. Yep, here it is. So this will take us up to that watchtower, and then from there we can carry on up the mountain towards this task. Now again, this is really tight going. You don't really want to bring a bigger truck up here. Scout vehicle's pretty much as much as you're going to want to bring up here. It's just a bit too narrow, a bit too steep for anything else to manage. Even this little scout truck is struggling a little bit to get up this bit of hill. It's all these tree roots here. So just come on. There we go. Right. Now we've actually got to just get a bit more steering lock on, and there we are. Round the corner. You know, I don't think it's wrong to say that actually the hardest thing to deal with in this game is not the mud, it's not the snow, it's not the ice, it's not even some of the huge trailers you've got to transport. It's rocks. Just rocks everywhere. I would not be surprised to hear that that the devs had purposefully put rocks in very specific locations just to trip you up, because some of them are ridiculous. There are some routes where there's a rock that's so perfectly positioned to cause you problems that it couldn't be an accident. Do I sound too bitter? I sound too bitter. I'm too negative. What am I talking about? So there's our watchtower. We made it, regardless of the rocks. So we also found a little upgrade location, which is, oh, it's down there. I'd forgotten about that one. So I think what we'll do is we'll grab this, recover to the garage, and then we'll quickly drive over, grab that upgrade, and then see what further customization we can do to our vehicles. We should just have enough fuel to get up this hill here. This is a really steep climb up to the top here, but you know, just take it slow, utilize the trees to pull you up when you need it, and don't do anything too crazy, and you will make it without a problem. There we go, just snake it through these rocks. Oh, why did it do that to me? See what I mean about perfectly placed rocks that just trip you up? That's one of them. Right, now, this little bit here is quite tricky because you need to turn it here, avoid tipping over, and then just climb this hill here. Oh, come on. Come on, just over the lip. I'm going to have to very purposeful one here just to there we go. just get up here. It is a very steep climb up to this point, and it is definitely best to utilize the winch as much as possible. So just need to get to that little blue bit. Boom, there we go. What a lovely view. Okay, so I'm just going to recover back to the garage, head out again, and go and grab that upgrade in the mud, and then we're going to bring a couple of our vehicles back to the garage and see if we can do a few little upgrades on them. So where do we need to go? I'm just going to mark this out. One there, and then there. Okay, so just need to head down here a little bit. Hopefully this little truck doesn't get too stuck in the mud. Turn the lights on now that it's getting really dark, because you can actually see where you're going then. So just heading around this muddy bit, avoiding the trees of course. And we just need to cross this rickety little shack bridge. And grab this upgrade. And what have we got? So, raised for the GMC. Well, that's not a very helpful upgrade, but you know, it's fine. Right, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and recover all of our trucks back to the garage. There we go. And now we're going to have a look at customization. So we don't have any new gearboxes or anything like... Oh, come on, go down. So here we go. We have now got access to all-terrain tyres, which, as you can see, compared to the Excellent, they compared to the highway tyres, they have worse on-road performance, but the off-road has gone up to good, and the mud has gone from poor to average. So we can also access some slightly bigger tyres. So we've got 31-inch tyres, or we've got 35-inch tyres, which give us a little bit more ground clearance. We can't use the 39-inch tyres yet, because in order to do that we need to install the raised suspension. But we do have the 35s, and as you can see, they actually have slightly different performances depending on which one we go for. Now, these are probably going to be the best because they give us a good mud performance. Off-road is average, but off-road is generally not a problem. That's just kind of like driving on flat dirt, which is alright. You can do that kind of fine regardless. But the mud performance is what we're going to go for. And then we're also going to sell those highway tyres because they're pretty naff. Actually, out of curiosity, what do we need? So we need to be rank 4 to access the actual off-road tyres, and rank 7 for the actual mud tyres. Those are some beefy tyres. Can we access anything else? So we can get the autonomous scout winch here, and like I said, that's the one that's battery powered. So I'm actually going to install that. It is quite expensive at 9 grand, but it is a lifesaver should you roll over. We don't need a spare wheel for the moment. We can't get any snorkels, and I'm also going to add a roof rack because that adds extra fuel, which gives us a better range on our truck. I don't think I'm going to bother with any of these just yet. I generally, apart from the the fog lights. I'm definitely going to... Oh, wait a minute. I think installing the fog lights has removed the roof rack. Yes, it has. So sometimes some upgrades are incompatible with other ones, so you've got to watch out there. I just noticed the roof rack itself actually has some spotlights on it, so no worries there. So here you go with some of the DLC pans, and I think I'm going to go for that one because that looks really sweet. You know, you can go for a regular colour or some of the two-toned ones as well, but I think that one looks great. I'm not going to bother with any of these just yet. So that's our little scout done. So let's take a look at the Chevy. We do have a new engine. As you can see, compared to this one, its power to weight goes up immensely, but we do lose a little bit of fuel consumption. So it burns fuel a little bit faster, but the amount of extra power it gives us is a must. So we're going to install that, and we're going to sell the old engine, get some money back. Again, we don't have any new gearboxes just yet. We'll get those as we go along. We're also going to jack this beast up with the raised suspension that we found, and that will allow us to put some really big tyres on. So again, we can't go for the off-roads just yet, but we can go for 38-inch all-terrain tyres. So I'm going to stick some of those on because that is just nice. Sell those, and again I'm going to put the autonomous scout winch on this and sell the stock one, because that really helps. So we don't have diff lock yet for this, we need to find it. So we're going to put a snorkel on as well because those always help. And we're going to put some truck repairs in the back, which I believe also gives us a little bit of fuel. Or is it just the truck supplies? No, it's just repair supplies for that. So we can't access the... ooh, that's new. That didn't used to be a thing, I don't think. The extended roof rack there, that's very nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah, but we need to be rank 14 for that. And we need to be rank 5 to put the small roof rack on, so we can't have that either. Again, I'm not going to bother with any of these just yet, apart from possibly, like I did with the other one, beacons and fog lights. There we go, get some proper lights on this boy. And again, this truck has a really nice kind of looking DLC pattern. You see, it's way better than even the two-tone ones. That one's quite nice. Quite like that one. But kind of burning paint job there. So for the Fleet Star, I don't think there's going to be an awful lot of upgrades that we can do here. We haven't actually found anything. Oh, actually we did find the raised suspension, so we're going to slap that on, sell the stock, and we've not got any better tyre. I'm not going to waste money buying different highway tyres. I'm just going to leave the 42s on for the time being, but as soon as we get access at level 6 to the all-terrain tyres, I'm going to move up to some of these beefy 45-inch tyres there. Don't have any different ones there, don't have anything there. We already have the short one on, we already have that on, and we already have the back done. So I think that does it for that. So let's see, what can we do that's not going to take too much time. What have we got to do? Oh yes, actually, I think we're going to do fallen power lines here actually. So what we need to do is we'll start tracking that. It says to go to the town storage, but I think we can get some of these things in different locations. So I think if we go over here to this one here, we can get some concrete blocks from it. And I believe there was a trailer with some metal beams over here. So I'm going to grab those as well. So we're going to leave the garage. We're going to advance time to the morning so we can actually see what we're doing. And we're going to go and see what we can do here. And yes, just as I suspected, there is some metal beams. Now, we don't want this trailer because we want the other trailer. So we're going to do, I'm going to show you the inner workings of the crane here, okay? So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to attach this trailer. We're then going to unpack the cargo, which means that we can now access that cargo. And then we're going to pull up alongside the trailer and we're going to do a little bit of cargo management. So here's where the crane comes in handy. We're going to activate these anchors and then we are going to go into crane mode. I'm going to rotate this beast around and extend it over here. So we're going to hook up to these metal beams. And we're then going to hoist these beams out of here. I would, if actually, we're going to just drop it for a minute, raise this boom up a little bit, and then we're going to try and maneuver these metal beams off this trailer. It's not always the easiest thing to do. You can see the trailer. Ah, there we go. Right. Now we just need to pull these metal beams, come on, into the back of our truck. As best we can. Now we don't have to be super accurate, thankfully, because if we go to our menu here, we can now pack the cargo. So it's a little bit of a cheat there. You don't have to be 100% accurate with your loading. You do have to get it in the trailer, but you don't have to get it perfectly in the trailer in order to pack it. Packing it basically just means that it's now secured, it's not going to fall out. We can then restore the crane, which pulls in the anchors and everything. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull in front of this trailer, hook it up and sell it back to the trailer store because we don't actually need this anymore right now. That should be good. Yeah. So I'm just going to pull this round here. Just get rid of this trailer. There we go. Get a little bit of extra money. And we're now going to take these metal beams and go and pick up the next bit of load that we need for this job. depending on our total weight here, we may not be able to do all this in one go, because the weight of the cargo obviously will affect the power of your truck. So I'm going to be asking quite a lot of the Fleet Star here, but we'll see if it's capable. If it's not, we'll just have to do this quest in 2 lots. I'm just trying to save a little bit of time by doing it all together, but sometimes that's not possible. I'm just going to head over to this, to that little up arrow over there. You see, as we discovered the trailer using the watchtower, it's now telling us that we can pick up cargo there, which should be the concrete blocks. And this is something you can do around pretty much all of the maps in the game. There will be options to pick up loads at locations that aren't like main depots. That was a very bad bit of parking there. I just wanted to kind of start turning this around, and I'm going to reverse down this little track here. I'm just going to back it up to this trailer here, which, as you can see, is covered in concrete blocks, which is what we're wanting. Now, with 4 concrete blocks and 1 lot of metal planks, this is a very heavy load, and depending on, so as you can see, it's now going really slowly, so hopefully we won't hit any really boggy, nasty parts, because if we do, we may not have the engine power to actually pull this load through it. But we'll see how we go. It's doing okay so far. Just have to hope that we don't get bogged down, as I say. This bit here is probably the worst we're going to encounter. So I'm just going to try and maneuver around the thickest part of this. Yeah, we're still going. We're just doing this slowly. Oh, it's slipping a little bit, but it's still going. We should be able to get through here. This tree branch here might cause us a problem, so rather than going over it, I'm just going to see if I can go around it, at least with the Fleet Star, because that will mean that at least the drive wheels won't be getting caught on it. And I think we've just about, yeah, there we go, just about gotten through there unscathed. And now we just need to get around this corner here. Yeah, there we go. All doing well now. Come on, little Fleet Star. There we go, back on some paved roads. And this is why I say the Fleet Star is such a great early game truck, because the GMC would not have been able to do that. It just would not have the capability. It doesn't have the all-wheel drive, which means that this Fleet Star is really good for just powering you through some of the early quests. And once you start unlocking better tyres, it gets even better. So, just gonna, ooh, come on, pause. the weight of the load was dragging me down the hill there, or pushing me down the hill. So I'm going to deliver the concrete, the metal beams, and 2 concrete blocks, and there goes the power line. So we're now going to carry on down the road, because I believe I can use these concrete blocks further up here for another task. You see, and I mean, I may be making this look easy, and I'm sure for some people this would take them a lot longer to figure out, but I've already done all of the Michigan, well, pretty much all of the Michigan tasks. Certainly here, the ones on Black River are very familiar to me. I've played these all the way through. So, you know, I hope this can serve as a little bit of a guide for people who are just starting out. Try and, like, you know, get them through some of the early tasks a bit easier. Because I know for a fact that I struggled early on with this game. There are just some bits that are really tricky to do if you don't know the best way to do them. Come on, little fleet star. Come on, there we go. It's round the corner. Go. Yeah. Getting back onto a bit of road here, so the highway tires will kick in, give us a little bit more grip, and there we go. And here's another fuel station, so we can just top up here. Just going to grab that task whilst I'm here, and then grab some fuel, and you see this big fuel tanker here. We obviously can't do this yet because we need a high saddle for this, but this tanker actually plays a part in one of these missions, I do believe. Pipe dream, yes. So if we were to do this mission, we need to deliver this particular tanker to the factory, which is, I believe, all the way over there. So yes, but before we do that, there's quite a few things that we need to do in the meantime. And one of those things is clearing the way to get there, because like with that power line, there's quite a few other things around here that needs to be done before we can actually get to the factory, unless we want to go seriously off-road, and we don't have the capability to really do that just yet. So I'm just going to take these concrete blocks a bit up here and start clearing our path towards the factory. Come on, little fleet star. There we go. Through the worst of it. Just up here. Go, kicked up a gear. So now we're moving again properly. So here we have another task, and we have a bridge to repair. So this is our next thing that we're going to do here. So this is one of those tasks where you've got to do things in order, like with the previous bridge repair that we did in the tutorial. We've got to first deliver some metal beams, and then we've got to deliver the concrete blocks. Now, we've already got the concrete blocks here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this trailer off to the side so it's out the way. And also not going to roll down any hills. Oh, no, bad trailer. So it took that too sharp there, and it nearly pulled the trailer over. Don't want to tip the trailer over, because then we're going to have to start faffing around with the winch again to pack the trailer back. So I'm going to leave the trailer there for now. It's in a good spot. And I think I might leave it there for today, and I think in the next video we'll get to repairing this bridge, and also carrying on down the road doing tasks as we go. And I think we'll take some of the scout vehicles out and pick up these next few watchtowers as well, now that they're a little bit more capable. So I hope you enjoyed this. Give us a thumbs up if you did, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.